In the future, I think that we're going to see more Bitcoin mining, CO2 sequestration, deep water injection, saltwater injection for RO plants. Some of the contaminations that we're developing on surface has to be pumped somewhere. We can't put it in ponds and pits anymore. So it's going deep underground into the non-USDWs. We have to be careful on that, though, because what is a non-USDW? Today, it may be at 10,000 feet into a saltwater or brackish water supply. Down the road, where is the threshold going to be? Because maybe we are going to be dependent on some of that water where we're doing things today. Just because we're getting away with it today doesn't mean we're going to be thankful that we did it tomorrow. But I've talked to several people that are looking at Bitcoin mining, and I'm saying, well, I thought Bitcoin mining was a theory more than a practice. But Bitcoin mining is basically having all these big computers in containers, and they got to cool them. So they require water to cool. And that's my understanding of what they're doing. They're taking that water and trying to cool the computer heat. And they're going to require a lot of water. And we know we don't have an abundance of water. So we need to be careful how we promote that. Then there's the sequestering of CO2. How's that going to play into our water nexus? Do we really understand CO2 sequestration? Yes, we're pumping it deep into the earth, but what is that doing, for our groundwater supply? Are we using groundwater to help pump that? Because it's a gas. I don't know, how are we holding it down there? Because gases always like to come back to the surface. So, and are they going to come back and contaminate our groundwater? So, we look at it as an opportunity today. We may be regretting some of these opportunities tomorrow. And so the more we can research, understand through our scientists or engineering side of the NGWA, the bright people that we have involved today, the more we're going to know what's a benefit and what is liability. And so I'm excited that we have new things coming up. I want to understand what they are before I put my foot into it and say we're going to go that route. Because if we go that route and it's something that's not good for the environment, then it's not going to be good for the NGWA. And we want to do things that are good for the industry. Some of the other side of that is lithium mining. And I was just approached this morning. Before I even got out of bed this morning, I was approached by a phone call from my neighbor. And they want to do some lithium mining there in Texas, where I'm at. And they're going to lease up several thousand acres right around my farm there. And they're going to be drilling to 10,000 feet is what they're talking about to mine lithium. But they're going to bring it to the surface, separate it at surface. And that may have a water nexus too, to where we have to be careful that we don't contaminate our groundwater, because that's going to infiltrate back into the ground if they have leaky ponds. Some of the dirtiest mines that we have are lithium mines. And I know we want to go to electric batteries. I know we want to do all the things for EV vehicles and get away from fossil fuels. But we need to do it in a very respectful and safe manner to do that. So we need to understand it before we move forward and do something that's going to be a detriment to the groundwater.